What's up, guys? It's Sean, your dungeon master / editor for Turntails. I'm here to hit you with a quick disclaimer ahead of this episode to let you know that things might seem a little off at times. We never really intended to share this episode with you guys. It was meant to be our little test run. But we ended up recording it, testing our tech as well as playing the game. And thank golly we did, because we ended up deciding that we should share this episode with you. So, like I said, if it seems a little funny, bear with us. We never really expected you to listen to this. If backstory and character one-on-ones aren't really what you're looking for, feel free to skip ahead to episode 1, but I really think it's worth a listen here. Thanks for your time, and we're really excited to share our show with you guys. Bye.
So you know I'm picking rock.
I believe you.
I
do believe you're picking rock.
I might pick scissors, but that won't hurt you guys at all.
But you said you'd pick rock.
Okay, I'll pick.
I hate this game.
Are you picking rock also?
You told me to.
Okay, I will also pick
picking rock.
then.
I'm picking rock. I was just joking. I was just joking.
I've always been picking rock.
You really want to do this with 3-minute rock, paper, scissors?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
So the loser is
The one that has to go first.
Now I'm
So
scared.
only one round, only one loser.
Yes, simple.
But there's two
simplification.
losers.
No, the two
You can
that
go paper,
win,
paper, and scissors.
the loser goes first.
But what if you have two losers?
So you're
Oh,
winning,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
You're winning your way out.
You can't have
Yeah.
two winners.
so your bottom two losers would just go
So we
again.
play 2 rounds.
Unless we get it in one.
Unless you get in one.
Why did I just assume that it was going to be in one? Anyways, I'm picking rock.
I already see Avi punching his beer over.
Ready?
Sean, wait. I'll bet you $5 Avi does pick rock.
I don't like giving Avi that much power in gambling, and that is the smart move.
Now he's gonna pick it just to spite me.
I just want this to be over.
Okay, me too.
On
Shoot.
go.
On ready, set, shoot, go, just like Tim said. I wish Tim was here to tell his own joke, truthfully. He did better than me.
So it's rock. Okay, let's do a test run.
Oh my God.
Okay. Rock, paper,
scissors,
shoot.
I told you. I told you.
I anticipated Garrison hitting the paper.
I told you I might hit scissors. I told you.
I should have stuck with the paper. I second guessed
Can you
myself
give
after I threw it
the
out the
sports
first
recap
time.
of what just happened, Sean?
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought would happen. Someone picked rock, 2 people picked scissors, and now...
And now Garrison and I have to go together to see who the sucker is.
Oh, Avi fucking won. Congratulations, Avi. You don't have to go first.
Come on, Garrison. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Whoa, well, I did it too early. My bad.
No, you didn't. You hit it on shoot, dude.
Bro didn't want to go first.
You don't. You are going first. I am.
First.
Oh, it's the loser. It was the loser.
Yeah. Garrison, I'm going first.
Oh my God, he was changing his answer because he didn't want to go first.
I should have. Ooh, I should have shut up.
Nervous. I'm just nervous.
Ooh, I
That's all.
should have shut my
I'm
mouth.
terrified. I understand.
You
Guys,
should be.
this is my first dungeon. No, I don't mean that.
This is never DM'd before.
He's never DM'd.
Baby's first D&D.
This might not be Baby's first D&D, but this is Baby's first podcast.
It's just the
It's not even D&D.
It's just
Hey,
D&D.
I'm going to get that out of the way right
with
now.
the fat trip.
Wait, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Barely. This will be Dungeons and Dragons for the most part, but the way I have always played it has been, rule of cool, obviously. But like, if I generally have a rule for it and I think dice should make a decision, I shouldn't just give you something. I'll give you a test with the dice. If it works, cool. Does that sound a lot like D&D? Because that's the premise. If I ever don't have a rule and someone else knows a real rule, throw it my way. If we like that rule, cool. If we agree it's a dumb rule, we'll move on. In the meantime, we are just going to play the game. Audrey, say hi, Audrey.
Hi, Audrey.
Yeah, that's funny. As long as 2 more of you. do it.
Historically, not that funny.
But I won't set you up like that again. Fool me once, shame on me.
It's time to play the game.
Or is it the other way? Nice. Or is it the other way? I think I said it wrong, but whatever. Audrey,
Hi.
we start on the deck of a ship. It is not small by any means, but it just barely teeters into large. We see a measly crew aboard, making the deck look rather sparse as it's dotted by only 5 bodies.
All of them not exactly large in stature, but every single one of them seemingly very capable. All of them have ropes tied around their waist that are not currently attached to any one thing, but instead coiled around their hips, as there is nothing but open sea in every direction, except for the direction they're heading, and home is just on the horizon. Cold waters are moving you rather quickly, despite normally slowing down ships of your size. But this ship has been sailing these waters for far too long to be troubled by it. And this crew has been sailing these waters, maybe not as long, but definitely long enough to be navigating it like professionals. We zoom in on the captain. Who do we see? What does she look like?
So Keela is sort of a younger woman, kind of hanging out in those arbitrary mid-20s where nothing really feels real. She's fairly tall, probably like a cool 5'9"-ish. She's got real big, dark, curly hair, random braids scattered through it with loops of gold and shells. There's like crab claws woven throughout. She's got a fairly snappy looking coat.
Very good. We see her able to sort of lose her grip on the helm and go join her crew as they all gather for a meeting of sorts. We see a tall, lanky man who is very athletically built. He stands about 6'1", towering over the rest of this crew that I think the next tallest really is Keela. Pickett and Fisk are brothers coming from a very simple house that has always fished in the coast of Benthos, as where we have Eddie, a quiet, brooding character who is drowning in their coat and hat, but is standing with a posture that looks sturdy even on choppy waters. That tall figure who is a bit more educated as we hear him speak in clashing eloquence, nods at his captain and says, well, another day, another couple thousand for Benthos, I think.
Hey, that was good work we did out there. Let's see if we can get home quick as possible. I'd like to. Seems like there's something rolling in. I'd like to avoid it.
You think Graff will buy the eggs?
Haven't had any problem with it before.
All right, then.
As long as they don't show up cracked to shit.
Well, that's up to your sailing then. I'm going to go below deck and get us a real number. In the meantime, don't crash. Good work today.
When have you ever known me to crash?
And, and he looks around and he says, can I talk to you real quick? And he pulls you aside and he says, I'm starting to think that Eddie is liking the killing part of the job.
Of course, Eddie likes the killing part of the job.
Right.
That's like what she's good at.
But we're supposed to try and do things diplomatically first. And I think she's just getting itchy at this point.
Yeah, like the last 4 boats we've come across have been diplomatically. I get it.
Getting bored is not a reason to start getting violent. That's how you make enemies, Captain.
What's an enemy here or there? How are you supposed to get notoriety if you don't have enemies? It'll be fine. Stop worrying about it.
He doesn't have a response for that. He looks back at the crew who has actually already dispersed. I think Pickett is sitting there on the deck, relaxing. He looks over at you and waves as the two of you look at him. But that is interrupted by, "Oi, we got someone coming from the place between town."
Keela will sort of step away from where she is,
Port
see if she
side,
can get a...
look.
Yeah, she'll go and look port side and
there's
see what her eyes can see.
A small transport-looking ship. It looks very simple. It is floating very slowly in like a horizontal path. Give me this is going to be an investigation check. Not your bread and butter, but this is to piece together kind of where this boat suddenly came from.
11.
Nice. It either just appeared or it came from Benthos, but you've never seen this boat before. And it wasn't docked there this morning.
Boys, how do we feel about a 2-for-1 deal before we head home? I think another payday's off the port.
You immediately hear the rest of your crew start to cheer. You hear Sable open his mouth to say something before he stops at the sound of his entire crew cheering and says, "Looks like I've been outvoted."
All right, me boys, prepare to keel on board. And then she'll give the command to raise the black.
You raise the black flag as you start to crane your boat towards them. The ship, now fairly visible, raises a white one and stops its course.
This is going to be a quick one. They'll still come around pretty quick, coming around parallel up to it.
Great. You pull up. It goes off without a hitch. It's like you're being met with no resistance. And as your boat collides and you get ready, you see 4 familiar faces standing on deck of the other ship, waving at you as a crew of haggard-looking sailors smile at you through missing teeth. and some of them are wheezing, laughing themselves. They go, "Oh, we got you good, lass."
All right, yeah, you got me good. You weren't playing any colors, idiot.
Yeah, that's because our job is to find you.
What do you mean, find me?
Your dad paid us to come out here and prove that you're pirated because they know that Jefferson can't lie. And look, Jefferson's seen you. I don't suppose this is a friendly boarding.
It could stay that way. It sort of depends on how this next interaction goes. See, I'll tell you what, name your price to forget this whole situation. Whatever he's paying you, I could pay you more.
Really?
And you know that's true. Hey, where do you think we're coming from?
They turn and whisper to each other for a little bit. He paid us 500 gold.
What did he pay out of?
The coffer, I think.
So he's paying you with my money. That's
I don't
great.
know where the money
All right,
comes.
fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
You did mention a deal, maybe.
Right, that I did. See, we're coming off of quite a haul here. Let's make this easy. I pay you a wee bit. I match the 500 plus a little bit of this on the side, and we pretend like we never saw each other.
You got any right treasure on the ship now, like proper guild?
Of course I do.
Sable sighs and goes below deck to collect 500 gold. Why don't you do what you do, pay this out, and come find us in the tavern and give us the rest?
All right, you got a deal, but I'm telling you, I don't want a single word of this getting back to me, Dad. Otherwise, I'm going to become taking this 500 back. You understand me?
Lady, I made 1,000 gold today. Why would I throw that away?
You're a wise man. I'll see you later for a drink. First round's on me.
Aye. And Sable comes over, hands them their 500 gold in a very heavy sack, I think, that he has found below deck. And they wave you goodbye and say, you want to let us go ahead first so we can say we didn't see ya?
Aye, that sounds like a good idea there. Got a lot of thoughts in that head. Good work.
Okay. And he waves goodbye and goes up to his spot at the helm and starts barking things to his crew as they fairly proficiently start to sail away from you. Sable is looking at you.
Look, do you want to keep pirating after this or not? Did you want this to be our last run? Because if they went home crying to me, Dad, I would have been. And you know that.
No, I don't think I know that. I'm pretty sure he knows what we do at this point.
Of course he doesn't know what we do.
Okay.
I haven't told him. And neither of you guys.
Where does he think the money comes from?
Crabbing?
Crabbing.
You think I could pay the guy on the docks for nothing? You think I've just given him gold for fun?
Right. Okay. We've got a long wait ahead of us if we want to sell the story. So why don't we do something fun? You want to play dice?
Yeah, of course we'll play dice. How much you betting?
How about I won't collect from you my share of that 500 we just had to give away? Cool. You let them go back to port. You give it how long?
I think we can maybe take a long course around for like a bonus 6 or 7 hours or something like that.
Just fill time, hang out. You then end up going home. It is starting to get dark and you make your way into port. I think that you have an arrangement, and here in your home of Benthos, you sail up to a mechanism that is in the center. It is this like post with a long reel, so to speak. And it is one of the very few pieces of technology Benthos has where you have a single cable that you can pull out, open a compartment in your ship, and that cable will reel everything attached out, suspended over the sea and back into town, all tagged with something that ensures it's yours. Sable looks at you and says, okay, you go deal with the crab stuff and I'll do all the checks. And I think your dad knows. And he turns away with his clipboard and doesn't respond to you as he walks away.
Appreciate the advice, though.
You sail back to dock, drop anchor, he begins to tie up the ship and do all of his checks. You head down the dock and find your regular guy. You have to sort of wait in line to see him as a bunch of crabbing crews are coming in, finishing their haul for the day. You wait in a long line as you get closer to this man sitting at a table with a large ledger filling stuff in, and you hear the dialogue. We got 675. I'm going to pay you for 675. Fine. And he signs a ledger and then takes a large sack of gold off the table and disappears down a hallway. You follow in suit before it is finally your turn. And he goes,
Henry, darling.
How much today?
The usual. And she's going to pull a bag of gold out from her pocket and put it on the table.
He nods. He takes it. Give me a persuasion check with advantage. How much? He opens it. How much is it?
How much did you pay the last guy for his 600 something crab? What's the standard exchange?
25 guild.
Oh, there's 50 in there.
Okay.
So not only does he not have to pay me.
Hey, don't roll anything. You're good. If you're giving him 50 guild, that's fine. Yeah, he puts it in his pocket very quickly. He nods you along and he says, boss is still waiting for you then.
Yeah, that's all right. That's where I'm heading next.
Bye. You're holding up the line.
All right. Are you playing cards later?
Of course.
All right. See you there.
As you march past him, you continue into a somewhat administrative part of this decrepit building. It's right along the water, so it definitely sees a lot of damage as the wood freezes and thaws and freezes and thaws in the regular cycles. You see a older gentleman. He's probably around your father's age, 65, a bit haggard, but he has brilliant blue eyes and has all of his teeth. And he smiles as you walk in and he says, my favorite customer.
How's it going?
It's going great. What do you have for me today? The boys said it's heavy.
They should be bringing you ledgers here shortly.
Story is your dad was poking around for you today.
Stories travel quick, huh?
Yes.
Who's talking? Thought I paid him not to.
Never mind. Why don't we conduct business? He looks down at some papers and he looks up and he says, why don't we call it 1,200? And I don't answer why I'm paying you so much.
1,100. And you don't say a word to my dad if he comes poking around.
Absolute. And he sticks his hand out for you to shake his hand.
Yeah, she'll shake it.
I recommend that you maybe go home sooner rather than later.
Is there like a shitstorm waiting for me? Because otherwise I'm just going to go out and do another lap. Is he in like a piss poor mood?
I actually have another client. So.
Okay, fine. Thanks for your help. Appreciate it.
Great. He kicks you out of his office pretty swiftly. There's no one waiting outside or anything.
Jerk.
And you wander back onto the street of Benthos. It is a coastal town arcing in this large bay. Some ice floating in the water still, but at least things are mostly dry. You are headed home, and as you get to the hill that begins the ascension to your father's lighthouse, anything you want to do?
Yeah, she is going to step off to where the rocks kind of peer out into the water, climb down the side a little bit, move a rock away. She's going to take off her pirate hat and her coat and all of her effects, and she's going to stash them behind this rock and roll it back into place. And then she's going to pop back up to the lighthouse.
Great. You get to the top of this drudging hill. It is sitting on a cliff above Benthos, so it's probably like 25 minutes and a grueling angle to get to the top. No matter how many times you do this walk, it never gets easier. You get there right as the sun is going down and the lighthouse is kicking on. He's definitely home.
Yeah. She'll go inside and peek up from the bottom of the stairs. It goes way out. She wouldn't be able to see him, but she's gonna yell up the stairs. Oi, old man!
You hear the kettle begin to whine as steam is forming because it's done boiling. It's ready for tea. It begins to hiss loudly, and you hear his wooden leg making a very concise step several floors up. It seems like a while before he'll be down here.
Cool.
But that kettle is just screaming.
She's gonna go to move the kettle off the stove and then yell back up. Well, by the time you get down here, you're gonna be dead.
You simply hear, fuck you, as he descends the stairs. And he gets to the bottom. He's giving you serious stink eye, but there is a happy, maybe a snarl on his face that sort of fades into a happy smile as you were mean enough to insult him when he knows he's mad at you. But he can't help it. He smiles for a second, he stops and he goes, No, I'm not going to laugh through this. First of all,
It was funny.
thank you for moving the kettle.
You're welcome.
Second of all, I'm 2,000 gold poorer because of you.
What do you mean because of me? My gambling debts aren't that bad.
The men I paid 500 said that you paid them 500, and I told them that if you paid them, I would pay them more to tell me the truth.
Get wrecked.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're fishing devil crabs if you think that that's what's going on. When was the last time you saw the sun?
I don't know why that's relevant.
You're going crazy in this lighthouse, old man.
Oh, now I see why it's
You're
relevant.
hallucinating things.
Here's the deal. It's not a matter if I have a problem with it. You've been going for a long time now. You're gonna make enemies. You have to stop eventually.
What, crabbing?
Yeah, crabbing.
All right, but if I stop crabbing, who pays to repair this place? What makes the economy go round?
We have some trades still. We'll be fine.
I don't think so. And you know that.
Keela,
What?
look at me. I'm not joking.
I'm looking at
I'm
you.
not being cheeky.
You haven't brushed your hair today.
I need to know you can tell me the truth when I'm actually being serious. Are you or are you not pirating?
I'm not pirating.
You make a lot of money for a crabber.
Aye, that I do. Money that goes right into the pockets of our friends.
Just admit it's not crabbing.
It's crabbing.
Right. Do you want tea?
Oh, we bet honey if you got it.
You don't deserve it.
Oh, what? Because I insulted you.
He makes you some tea without some honey, and he puts it on your side of the table, and he gestures for you to sit down.
She sits down.
And he stares at you for a long second and looks like he wants to say something a few times and stops. The fourth time he says,
You're a good kid. You do right by the town. I just know that the sea can be unforgiving. And I worry. All right. You want me to admit it? Care about a piece of driftwood like you. My life was quiet before you showed up. You know
Yeah,
that.
how boring is that one? You would have started talking to yourself quite some time ago.
Right.
This is much more pleasant company, I assure you.
That's debatable, I think.
Well, the alternative is you have to talk to yourself forever. And
That sounds pleasant in this moment. If you're going to take anything from this lecture, if I ever tell you I'm serious, please listen.
I always listen when you talk. It's hard to ignore that grating voice.
he gets up with his tea in his hot metal cup, and he holds it up to you, and he says,
I was full of energy when I came down those stairs. 5 minutes with you, I'm exhausted. You have a real talent. Want to help this old man up the stairs?
Aye, of course. Wouldn't want you falling down backwards.
you begin to help him up the stairs. He hobbles with his peg leg side supported on you. And you go to sleep for the night. We don't need to drag that out. You wake up the next morning, and normally he's cooking first thing in the morning, but there's no smell of food. There is no warmth that usually is in the lighthouse. It's a bit little cold.
Yeah, she gets up, she pokes around. Does he hear it all?
You go downstairs, and he's not in the building at all. No, he's not sitting at a spot where he normally would be reading. But you do spot him out the window, standing, looking out over the ocean, just on the cliffside.
Yeah, she'll. I think she'll. No, you gotta pretend things are normal and like cool. She'll go bother him.
He's standing out there, and he seems pretty shocked when your footsteps start to make noise, and he whips around, goes, "Oh, good morning. I'll get to cooking." And he looks out over the sea. The ocean is dark today, not abnormally dark, but it's probably going to storm. He looks back at you, and he says, "I'm putting you to the test. Promise me you won't go out there today. Even if it is just crabbing, promise me you won't go out there today."
Look, I've got plans. I've got things to do. The weather's not that bad. It looks,
Kilo.
little things to do
Kilo,
that are
you
only
can't
sort of
use
gonna.
my ship today. Is that what you want me to do?
But
She's
you don't
not
think I can
right
sail
today.
in that?
You can. It's not about you. Kayla, I can't hear her. Something's not right. I'll send word down. I'll have him stop you.
They can try. I don't think they will.
He looks out over the sea and goes quiet.
She dips. She's got places to be and ships to intercept.
Cool. You head down to the dock. You gather your crew.
I'd like to get out of here as soon as possible, please. We want to get out to that storm before it rolls in ugly.
Everyone's saying it's going to all be ugly all day. I don't think we should necessarily.
We'll get out and around it. It'll be fine.
And he looks at the other three, and they seem pretty gung-ho to go out. So he shakes his head and he says, okay. And as you are boarding, he starts doing his final checks. And down the dock, you hear a distant voice screaming, your father yelling your name.
All right, get that anchor up as quick as we can, please. I do not want to stand here arguing about this for longer than I have to.
And he is moving as quick as he can up the dock. Sable lets the line go a little so the ship can start to move. You're in shouting distance, and he says, "Get off that ship now! Killer, I can't keep you safe if you go out there, and it's not safe. Why don't you ever bloody listen?
I don't need you to keep me safe. Every time I go out, I come back just fine.
You're not going to come back this time, and I feel it. Why can't you just trust me? You said you would listen when I asked."
That's if you're asking me to do something like normal and beneficial. This is outrageous.
He is approaching the gangplank, and you see him stop and hesitate as he stares at that 2-foot drop to the ocean below. And he looks at you and he says, "Get off the ship.
I'm not doing this with you.
You don't have a choice. That's my ship."
This ship belongs to Captain Keel, and she's leaving.
And she'll walk up the gangplank and she'll pull it in.
As you begin to pull it in, you see him hesitate for a second, like he wants to step onto it to catch it, but fear overwhelms him and he takes a step back and he wide-eyed opens his mouth and you see a very familiar look as it just hangs open and he mouths your name as you begin to sail away. Cool intro, Audrey.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
It's not sad. I'll be back. It's fine.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Great. You are in your happy place. A little separate from your goblin camp. Cave? What is it, camp or a cave?
It's a camp in a cave.
Gotcha. You are outside of your cave, about a half hour's walk off the beaten path. There we see a small, pointy-eared goblin. He's sitting in front of a lake. And what does he look like?
So B.O.B. would be sitting in front of the lake. He's got a small, tattered looking little notebook. When I say small, it actually looks quite big for him because he is only about 2 feet 5 inches. And so this book that he is holding, he's just scribbling his doodles within.
Yeah, if it was a camera, I would say over his shoulder, it looks a bit akin to abstract art. What is your medium for drawing right now? What do you think he's getting colors from?
What is his era?
Just different like muds and stuff, or like?
He likes to work a lot with charcoal. It's a little deeper.
Oh, okay, cool.
And by charcoal, I mean whatever he finds in a trash can. He's wearing a lot of brown tattered clothing. Darkish green hair that's just messy and all over the place. His skin tone, obviously, like a very vibrant green.
Gotcha.
And
Like Beast Boy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He is doing that and he hears some footsteps coming up behind him. They're distant. They're just crunching through grass. And he hears a very familiar voice say, "I knew I'd find you out here."
How'd you know?
Well, you come to the same place every single day. I say this every single time.
Oh,
I'm starting to think you know these conversations happen and you just talk like this to fuck with me.
what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Why don't you come on home?
I'm almost done with this. What would you call this? As I turn the book and show Hoarder what I'm drawing.
He looks at it. Give me an insight check.
I can do that because I have dice and stats.
No way.
Yeah.
You're once again describing Dungeons and Dragons.
Go rocks. Okay. That's going to be a 14 minus 2.
For a 12?
12. Thank you.
Okay. He goes, I'd call it art is what I'd call it. And he seems to be very impressed by this.
Art.
He says, I honestly think it's done. You shouldn't mess it up at all. And we should get back home so we can, and he looks around a little suspiciously, talk.
Okay. Art. I will call you Art.
Walk and talk. Do you not know what art is?
Who?
Okay.
As I continue to do the finishing touches.
And as you're walking back, he says, listen close, all right? Can you stop drawing?
What?
I need to tell you something, and I need your undivided attention. Can you stop drawing?
Yes. As he continues to draw.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
He takes it from you, and he holds it over here.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, can you listen to me real quick?
Yes.
Before we get back to the camp, I need you to know.
Yes.
There's a guy showed up, and he asked for...
What's his name?
His name's Grozak, and he's looking for the guy that made the drills act funny.
Oh, are we gonna help him find him?
You know that's you, right? You almost killed like 6 people. He's looking for you.
Oh, okay.
And I need you to listen to me.
Yes.
Do not agree to go with him.
Do not.
Don't agree to anything with him.
Don't agree.
Repeat the whole thing back to me.
Do not agree to with him.
Oh. And what?
Art.
Right.
I forgot to mention this guy is an older goblin, and he actually has some armor donned compared to our friend here, who is just basically wearing rags. But he stops for a second and he goes,
Okay. B.O.B.?
Yes.
Man to man. Oh, sorry. Goblin to goblin.
Oh, okay.
I need you to hear me.
I have heard you.
Right, but all of it.
Everything.
There's a man named...
There's a man named...
Nope. I want you to fill in the blank.
Don't...
There is a man named...
Oh, like, what is that game called?
Hey, B.O.B., on track.
Sorry.
There is a man named...
Grozak.
Very good, Grozak. And what do you not... What?
Treat.
he reaches into his pocket.
I'll give you a trait if you get it all.
That's really hard.
Okay, listen closely then.
All right, I'm ready.
Unless you think you
B.O.B.
know
begins
it.
to shake it out. Okay. I am ready. Oh,
Do you want me to repeat it?
yes, please.
There's a man here looking for you who wants you to come forward and admit what you did.
Understood.
Don't do that.
I won't.
And if that somehow happens,
It won't.
do not agree to go with him.
I don't know what I did.
What do you mean by that? Now I'm getting worried.
Well, you said.
This goes on for about 30 minutes. I'll save us the time. And then eventually he stops because you're in the middle of repeating it poorly for the 700th time. And he grabs you and he goes,
B.O.B. we're right outside the cave, and there's a good chance someone can hear us at this point.
Hey, we're home.
Please just be smart.
I am. I am. Trust me, I'm the smartest goblin I know.
and you guys walk into the cave, and immediately as your eyes adjust from the bright sunlight to the darkness of the cave, you round yourself into the main corridor and find that the bonfires are already blazing, and all of the goblins in this room are already like piss drunk, drinking out of these like tin jugs that you've never seen before in your life. Across the room, sort of center stage, in the seat next to where your chief or chiefess.
It would be a chiefess because their hierarchy is more like matriarchal.
Okay. Well, at the chiefess's table, where you normally just see a handful of goblin women, all sitting there in their wise, taller posture, and alongside them at the table for the first time ever is a male goblin. But this goblin's different. His skin is tight, leathery, and almost orange. Where it gets flush in the way that like an alcoholic's nose would get red, it gets green. And his eyes are that same deep orange and a bit uncomfortable to look at. You see his right arm is shiny and reflective, made of metal, clearly. As he inhales, it is a bit haggard. He puts up that metallic hand and waves it at the two of you as you walk in, and his big goblin mouth opens to reveal golden teeth that are like almost checkerboarding his mouth. Not perfectly, but it looks like he's replaced a lot of them.
You see his B.O.B. just waves back to his waving hands. Hi.
That's the guy.
Oh!
As you see Gruzak get up and say something that you can't hear to this group of women and begin to cross the room towards you two. You see your taller friend Hoarder begin to look nervously around and grab one of the goblins passing and hold him up real close and say, "You didn't sell us out, did you?" And this goblin looks obliterated as he just stares past him and he goes, "There was wine." And
Good answer.
Hoarder quickly throws that goblin down, looks at you, B.O.B., and goes, "B.O.B., come with me. I just remembered." And he grabs you and starts dragging you out of the cave.
I'm being grabbed and dragged to the cave.
And he drags you out of the cave into the woods, back into the sun, and he quickly brings you deep into the forest where it starts to get a little dense. It's probably about 5 minutes of running before he stops, and he goes,
All right, B.O.B., listen.
Okay.
I brought you out here because
yes.
I need you to go on a secret mission to
No way.
what are the books you always read?
I've read a lot of them.
I need you to go save a princess.
What?
Yeah, you know how you always want to be a hero.
Yes. Every time.
Well,
every day.
I had a premonition, and you gotta go that way. Here's
and he pats his pockets and he hands you a small sack of gold, a dagger, and a small like pack of rations.
Yummy. Puts one in his mouth.
He shakes his head, puts it back into his pack, and puts it all over your shoulders.
Okay.
And he says,
It's really important that you go immediately. Get to the coast. Just hide, lay low long enough until I can get you details about where the princess is.
Okay.
Until then, just get far away from here.
Okay. Princess, coast.
There's a chance you might randomly hear my voice sometimes. That's a thing called magic. You know what that is?
No.
Well, you're going to figure it out.
Okay.
If you get on the boat, avoid any boats that say they're going to Quell.
Don't boat Quell. Okay.
If you find yourself in the fallow, be your nicest self, or people might hit you with a broom.
What?
It's happened to me once. People are mean over there.
Why would anyone want to hit me with a broom?
It's not a you thing. They just don't get it.
Oh, okay.
Listen, we really don't have time for this.
Okay.
I need you to go save that princess, all right?
Okay, I have one question.
What?
What is a premonition?
I really don't know how to tell you this. You go head to town. It's just up the street. It's called Creche.
Okay.
Go to the docks.
Okay.
And use your complex size to stow away on the ship, all right?
Okay. And then I will go rescue the princess.
Okay.
Got it.
Last thing, and he
rips off his necklace. He says, take this. I'll be able to find you as long as you have it.
I have so many things now.
Yeah, congratulations. You're very rich compared to where you had before.
I'm going to tell everyone I'm rich.
All right, you get going. I got to get back and see what that guy needed.
Okay, tell him I said bye.
I will. Can I keep that?
And he points to your drawing.
Okay. Goodbye, Art. I didn't get to...
I'll keep it safe, I promise.
I know. I'm just saying my goodbyes to Art.
We don't really have time for this,
No.
He's like looking over his shoulder towards the cave. He's like,
I didn't really get to know you very well, but you're going to have a really nice home with Hoarder. He's treated me really nice, and he'll treat you nice too. Here you go.
Thanks.
And he rolls it up, and he
I don't think you
looks awkwardly at you. You never know how to interact with Hoarder because he spent some times amongst humans, so his demeanor is a little different than the rest of the goblins. And he looks at you for a long second, and then his face gets wet suddenly, and you don't quite understand why that happened. But then he goes,
I'll see you later.
I think you're melting.
Yep.
And he hurries off towards his cave as you head down to the town of Creche.
Bye, Hoarder. Take care of Art. I'm going to go rescue the princess. As I actually skip away.
You eventually make it to town. There are a lot of humans. I don't know how often you see humans.
No.
Do the goblins ever eat humans?
Oh. Yeah.
Great. As you were marching through the city, every so often you see someone stop and do a double take and just stare at you. Usually far away, and they usually begin to take a few steps away.
So it's kind of like the scene from Spider-Man 3 when Tobey Maguire is walking down
Evil Spider-Man.
Yes, but much less menacing. It's less dancing also. Maybe a little bit of dancing.
Okay, so
maybe not as much arm rolls, but yeah, it's just or maybe even the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's doing that
down the
walk.
street, like in the
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's just happily strutting.
Yeah,
down the
he's
street.
just happily strutting. A little dance to his step, humming a song. So some people might look at him and he gives them the hello, and it continues on. And then somebody else might say something, and he says, "Good day,"
Gotcha.
as he imitates his best. Does his best human imitation.
You do all that hello, good day. Eventually, someone walks up to you. It is a very big man with dark circles under his eyes.
Oh,
And he's staring at you very intensely. And he says, "Hey,
hi.
you a goblin?"
He looks down at himself. Absolutely.
Nice.
Thanks.
What you doing at the docks, goblin?
Oh, and you see B.O.B.'s eyes go very large for a second as he's trying to piece together everything he was supposed to remember, which, to be fair, was a lot.
Yeah,
As a player, I don't remember.
Sure, great. Give me what you got.
Well,
And just to be clear for any other PC, if you were like, "Hey, what did we just have a conversation about? What was just said to me?" I will tell you. Not you.
thanks.
Yeah, for character reasons.
And B.O.B. is going to say, I'm so glad you asked. I am here to save a princess.
Save a princess, huh?
Yeah. And to go to Quell.
Go to Quell? Is the princess in Quell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get you to Quell.
Oh, thank you.
My services cost something.
Oh, okay.
And you should be careful. People don't really like goblins around here.
Oh, why?
Something to do with the people eating lately.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't. I actually don't partake.
Is that so?
As they say.
A goblin that doesn't eat people?
No,
So you're one of the good goblins.
I think all goblins are good.
Yeah. Okay, good goblin.
Does people's diets mean that they are good or bad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Why don't you come with me? I'll make sure you get to Quell to see that princess.
okay. Thank you so very much. As I put out a hand, Hoarder said, all good deals and partnerships start with a handshake.
Sure. And he puts his giant hand out compared to yours. And shakes it.
Wow, cool hand.
And he like picks you up by your hand and shakes you to hear how much money you have on you. You don't get what's happening, but that's definitely what he's doing.
Jingle, jingle. This is fun. This is good.
He walks you over to the docks and he says,
Wait here.
and you see him go walk over to a guy and he points back and he points towards this big ship that's in the bay. It is this absolutely massive towering structure. It's like the fantasy equivalent of like a cargo shipping thing. So there's a lot of crates and stuff already onto it and currently being loaded onto it.
I don't think I register that as a boat yet.
Great.
Just
And there's
would
a
not
water
compute.
structure. It is massive. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a crane moving things that is being operated. You see this man, your new friend, finish up his conversation and he comes back and he says,
Bad news.
Oh, no.
The only way to get to Quell is to pay 400 gold.
Oh,
You only have 45 here, so they said they could cut you a deal and give you the cargo special.
oh, okay. Yeah. What does that mean?
You hop in our magic box here
Oh, okay.
and we close it.
Okay.
And then when we open it,
Okay.
you're in Quell.
Like magic.
Kind of.
Hoarder said there would be so much magic on this trip.
This must be it.
I don't know what to say.
he opens a crate nearby.
Don't say anything. Hop on in.
Thank you so very much for all of your help. And I don't know your name. And
Don't
you know-
worry. I said don't say anything. Get in the box.
Oh, thank you. As I kind of like give his little like his leg, his big leg. Well, I'm little. His leg is big. A little hug, and I hop in the box.
He says, and the 45 gold.
Oh yeah, luckily I have 50 gold. As I hand him whatever's in my pocket.
Thanks. That'll cover it.
You are very welcome.
He pushes your head in and he closes the box. And it's not the smallest box in the world, but it is dark. Eventually, you do feel your crate is being lifted.
Woo!
Do you make that sound? There's no response to you making that sound, luckily. Thank you, dice.
Yay, dice.
As you are loaded onto a crane and then moved onto a ship where you sit, and there's still some light coming through the slats of the box for a while before eventually you start to hear a low hum followed by a high-pitched one, and then a gradual gradient from light coming through to darkness. You still have your pendant to give you light, but it seems like the top of the ship was sealed and the cargo below is now in the dark below deck. After enough time, it goes pretty quiet. You stop hearing people moving stuff around and you are just alone in a box.
Cool. As I hear like, different hums, I try to like match tone with them.
Okay. As you do that, as the mechanisms were above you, and you chime in and try and match it, eventually the mechanism stops. You sit in the dark, but you keep humming this. I can't do it good, but over and over again. And eventually, after 20 minutes straight of just being an obnoxious little shit, on your second hum, on that outward higher hum, you give me a perception check.
Ooh, I can do that. Ooh, that's a 18 on the die, which means it's 18.
You hear a very faint, but you just catch it as you make your repetitive second high-pitch hum and stop. Your timing isn't robotic, so you're a little early compared to the rest of the time. And somewhere else on the ship, you hear a very faint that ends just shortly afterwards.
Hello? Hello?
It sounds like maybe there's words, but you can't tell from this side of the box.
Hi, I'm Biobi. Oh, interesting. Claude. No, maybe that was muffled. That didn't sound right. Are you also in a crate? That makes sense. I am in a crate as well. Yep. I've only paid 50 gold for it. 45. Oh, that's right. 45 gold. Oh, you didn't pay for it. Lucky. That's okay. I'll make more. I'm really good at finding gold. You want to help me find gold? Stick with me. You'll find all the gold. Can you get me out of here? Oh, let's all do it.
As you hear the whirring of an engine begin to spin up, and then you hear the crunching of wood, and then more crunching of wood, and then the shattering of items as something heavy starts rolling towards you. And very delicately, the front of a drill drills a very small hole in the front of your box and then backs up so that you can see outside of it. And you see a broken oscillating drill that is kind of like failing a little bit.
Is it my boy?
Doug.
It's Doug! What are you doing here?
They threw me in the trash.
Oh.
Because I almost killed people.
Oh. Something similar happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you like to get out of the trash together?
I mean, it's kind of weird for a goblin to say yes, but yes.
Delightful. As the top of your crate smashes open, the drill itself ejects from the body of this large drill, just shattering the part of your crate that you're not in. So I guess the top doesn't fly off. The back half of it just breaks. It sends you spinning a little bit as the crate scatters across the floor. But you eventually crawl out of it and see this drill looking pretty worse for wear. But you do see in its wake, there is a lot of other rubble. There is like torn metal, wood, cloth, all of this different stuff. But it looks like on its way to you, this drill demolished about half the containers in this place.
Doug, you don't look so hot.
I feel hot. I believe I'm overheating.
Ah, It appears that your oscillating cooling systems and your friction reduction port is not quite working as it should.
I'm not aware of those systems.
Neither am I, but I can fix it.
Okay. Garrison, we see... Oh, yeah, what do you look like?
Yeah, so you'll see the normal gothic robes that I would be wearing in this castle. That is sort of the attire I've been given. White hair, not quite to the shoulders, and lighter, almost greenish undead skin. And I'm sitting in a slouched posture, facing away from the cell in this hallway.
Gotcha, cells to your back.
Red eyes, kind of looking intently at this new weapon.
You still don't even know if you should technically have it. But you've sat there in almost complete silence for the past few hours. Eventually you hear the prisoner behind you stir. No words, but you hear them crawl closer as they are trying to observe what you have in your hands. I guess you wouldn't know that. But they do start crawling closer, clearly trying not to make too much noise. But you do hear her as she's about halfway across the room towards you.
I imagine just a subtle shift. I kind of look up, a side glance kind of thing.
She's worse for wear. She's incredibly gaunt, looking a bit brittle from all of the time that she spent in captivity. She stops and looks at you, not with fear, but in like waiting to see what your next move is.
I'll stop and say, yes, you're doing well enough.
Sorry to sneak up on you.
Just keep your distance.
Right. What do you have in your hand?
I kind of like take a moment. Should I talk about it? And I'm like, fine, yeah. I don't fully know yet, but it is an item of great power. Of that I am certain.
She looks at it in your hands and looks you in the eyes and seems to squint for a second. And she says, I think I know what it is.
Impossible. I mean, maybe.
She says, can I look closer? As she lowers the hood and pulls back her hair to reveal her elven ears, as she puts on glasses that are broken at this point. One side of them still has a lens in it. And she looks at the thing in your hands and asks you to sort of like bring it a little closer, but she keeps her hands at her side.
Is the coast clear?
Most other vampires are like stoic in the way that they stand guard. They almost go into like a trance-like state. And if anyone gets close, they wake up and pay attention. But you're the only one who really suffers when they stand guard. You don't have that luxury. But yeah, the coast is clear.
I barely know anything of this. How would you know anything?
Well, I know a lot of stories, and stories have weapons.
Then what is it?
She takes a closer look and she says, the dwarves wrote about this one, actually. It's rare. It belongs to a monster, usually. I imagine you got it from a monster.
I got it from my superior, the lieutenant.
She seems tentative to make the rest of that connection, but she seems to be nodding and thinking that her suspicions were correct.
What kind of monster?
I think you know what kind of monster, she says, seeming to have liked your answer. I can't imagine he gave this to you.
It did seem to have some weight to it, like perhaps he was hiding something from me. It could be a trap. Yeah, it could be a trap. But
she takes a small scoot away from the bars. Well, if he comes in here right now looking for that, am I going to watch you get murdered?
What would you care? The new guard will be reassigned? No different than me?
Look around. The rest of the guards stand there in a state. I can at least tell you things. Even if you don't talk some days, you'll listen most.
I am not so different than them.
If you insist. Do you mind if I tell you a story to pass the time, or are you focused on staring at your new toy?
I think I'll turn away, but at the same time, I'll be like, fine.
You hear her scoot to the corner. So she's not like back to back with you on the bars, but she's where the bars end, sitting in the corner, kind of like the one dead zone where you probably can't see her. So she stays a fair distance, but is on your side so she can hear, or you can hear her clearly. But she knows to whisper so as to not draw attention of the senses of the other vampires. And she says the story about that weapon. You haven't heard it. The only reason I know about it is me and a friend of mine were doing some investigating amongst the dwarves. They had an armory unlike anything we'd ever seen. And when we found it scattered amongst the rest of the weapons, the dwarves were actually using it as a peg in a shelf to keep another axe up. He pulled it off because he thought he recognized the runes. And lo and behold, before he knew it, it was jutting out of his leg in this steady stream of blood. He was a genius. I mean, we found out afterwards that activating a weapon like that is near impossible for a mortal, let alone a human. Anyway, I think those things are bad luck. Because from that day on, nothing was quite the same. Put me on this path to whatever this is. These are usually more succinct. I'm sorry. And she gets up and crawls to the other side of the room and sits there quietly for a bit. And before anyone can fix that awkward tension, you first notice the demeanor of the other vampire down the hall shift as his gaze turns 90 degrees towards the door that leads to this corridor. And a few seconds later, the vampire lord comes bursting through the door in a quick but steady stride, with two of his guards standing right behind him. As he marches down the hall, he stops in front of you and he looks at you very blankly and he says, "Do you mind standing out of the way?"
Yeah, okay, yeah. I stand up and move.
This is weird for you. You don't usually have to do this part, as the guards grab their keys and begin to unlock the cell that she's in. And her eyes get wide as they dart to you for just a second before going back to the ground. The two guards go in and they grab her. She doesn't protest.
Normally, exsanguination is a Sunday. This is not what's happening.
Right. Well, it is today. Is there a problem?
No. Just
great. Does she matter to you?
not at all.
Great.
I'll be reassigned elsewhere from now on.
Don't be so sure she'll die. Elves are quite resilient. We simply just, well, we have guests coming tonight and they prefer elf.
Guests? What sort of guests?
The Underdark is deep, my friend. You don't need to know all the going on. Move along, go to your quarters. You're done for the night.
I'm done? What about the guests? I can...
You're right. Finish out your post here. And he gestures for the guards to take her away. She lets her head hang as she is dragged away.
I'm going to try to follow stealthily.
Okay. Let me say this. You would know that probably won't work with him.
Okay, I'm going to follow nonetheless.
Great. You go to the corridor and open the door, and he's standing there on the other side of the door, waiting for you to open it. And he says, "Is there a problem?"
I like knowing that line won't work at this time. I'm like, she told me some things. Perhaps it would be wise to keep her. She has knowledge.
Why don't you come with me? And he puts his arm around you and starts leading you down the hall. You head to a part of this castle that you've never seen before. They take you downstairs, deeper and deeper and deeper, and then eventually past a point where guards stand that don't let you go lower. Since you're with the vampire lord, they step right out of the way, and you find yourself in a sanguination room. There is a single table in the middle of the room with the woman laying on it, unconscious, but pale as all hell. And he says, that was fast.
What do you mean?
And he walks up and he puts his hand on her neck. First, he shows you his fingers to show that she's bleeding, and then holds it there for a second more. And then he looks at you and he shakes his head and he says, bad luck. Unless you think you can do anything about it. You know, Vane, you are the only one that I can't compel to act exactly how I want. And that was fun at first. But now it's getting rather annoying. And now I need to know how far you can push it. So this is a good test. Turn her.
Why? What's need? I have
You cared,
no
right?
such. Yes, she meant something to me. Something. She
Great.
was something in these empty, dreary halls.
Then relax. Bring her back to be just like you, and you will have forever to enjoy each other's company.
It won't work.
You haven't tried.
I don't want to.
You're different than everyone else, Vane. Prove to them how powerful you are.
I look around at like everyone else in the chamber. I'm like, leave, and I will try to do what I can.
The vampire lord looks at the guards in the room, and they turn and they leave. But the vampire lord makes no sign that he is leaving the room. He stares at you.
Okay. Well, okay. I walk forward. I'm like, I understand that my vampiric bite probably won't work, but it's the last possible chance that I have to save someone from dying by making them undead. I guess I would bite her on the neck where the wound is, or near the heart. Either way.
I'm going to ask you to pick one there, hotshot.
Heart makes more sense because it's the center of the blood.
I was thinking the same thing.
We know why you picked the heart, bud.
Closest to the titty. I just want to be so clear that Tim pantomimed, that's her titty. Like, that's good to see.
It pops out type of phantom.
Tim maneuvered it. We were all thinking it.
Yeah. Good job, Tim. We're proud of you. You said what we could not.
You bite the woman, and the only response you sort of get from her body is when your teeth enter her chest.
Titty bone.
The titty bone. Wow, that sucks. You
It's real.
feel her gasp for a second at maybe the pain before the last little exhale leaves her throat, and she goes still. The vampire lord lingers. In silence, you probably stand there holding on to hope for 1 minute, 2, and at the 3-minute mark, the vampire lord says, "Shame," and turns and goes out the door. You're left in this room with the corpse of this elf, paler than any living creature should be.
I guess I would kind of like just kneel down beside the table and just kind of sit there for a second. I feel like I've been manipulated into this decision, and also that I've definitely lost some tiny bit of light that I could hold on to. And so I just sit there waiting, maybe just half hoping that something will happen.
After 5 minutes, there is a stirring from the body above you. And as you jump to your feet and look, her eyes are open, now this soft, pale red, as she looks at you wide-eyed. Not quite fear, but recognition. And she says, "What happened?"
I don't know if you're ready to hear all of that. You're okay. That's what matters.
She looks like she's sort of getting her bearings and trying to piece together everything that just happened. She realizes that she's not breathing, and you see her kind of have a panic attack and then stop when she realizes that drawing breath is now optional to her. She looks at you wide-eyed, and she looks at where she is, and she says, "Now what?"
I don't know. I didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect that to work.
Did he?
But
What do you mean? You turned me?
I guess it worked. I thought it wouldn't, but you were dead. You were like dead.
She quickly starts to like lift herself up off the bed, but she seems a little feeble still, as this change is just something she's getting used to. And she says, "We have to go. You have to get us out of here.
The Lord will know anything we touch in this place.
We have to be fast. If he knows you can do this, he'll kill you.
He will kill me no matter what. But
we have to try.
Follow me. We will. I know the place."
You have to help her. She is pretty enfeebled.
I obviously do. I say follow me, but then I'm like, oh, you can't. Oh, yeah, I'm very sorry.
Give me a stealth check.
Real Casanova, this one.
All right. 21.
Great. You stick your head out of the doorway of this room, and you realize that you're already kind of past the security. You, with a 21 stealth, which is pretty good, are able to start making your way back up the stairs from where you came. When you hit the point where the guards are supposed to be, and they are no longer there, you start to get a little bit emboldened. And as you follow those corridors, it's pretty simple before you find the entire floor that is dedicated to, it's almost a nursery of these flying bat creatures, these massive saddle-wearing, ready-to-go mounts that are four-legged in the weirdest way. Its back legs are almost like a seal where they drag, but it's got large bat wings and can fly. And you are able to get her onto one and get yourself saddled in. However, as you are boarding this thing, you know for a fact that the Vampire Lord can track this. It seems to listen to you in a way that is almost psychic. It can't speak to you, but when you get onto it and you think, okay, how do I go? It begins to go. That bat is able to direct you guys out of the Underdark through a series of tunnels and break out into the actual night sky. You are on an island. Very quickly, you are looking around and find that there is ocean in every direction. The only land you can see in all directions beneath you is the island you just flew out of. She looks around a little bit troubled, and she says, "If we fly too long, they'll know exactly where we are."
We will get off this creature as soon as possible, but we can't on this island. It's too close. We'll try to find whatever we can.
You travel for a few hours in the dark before seeing, almost like a beacon in the night, a single torch floating above the water. And as your eyes begin to focus on this visage in the distance, you see that there is a small fishing vessel floating in the water in the middle of nowhere. You begin your descent as this bat rapidly flies towards it, slowing itself at the last second and then landing on the dock. On board, you see a few scared faces of old haggard men baked by the sun holding up a lantern, and they are looking at you wide-eyed, some of them swords in hand, others befuddled, just flabbergasted at what they're seeing. And they all just go dead silent as you climb off this giant bat beast with this woman in tow. She is in and out. She's coming to every so often with consciousness and then fading out. But right now she's not too good. She's kind of fading out. But all these men are looking at you scared.
Quick question. Where are we?
Hey, man. As you're nudged awake, it's a very, very sudden nudge, and you feel a ringing in your head from the festivities the night before. You are just barely getting your surroundings. Everything is incredibly bright, but you see instantly the familiar silhouette of a new friend, but oh so dear to you, Colin, because he's been letting you stay at his house, despite you being fairly new acquaintances, for a pretty fair amount of money. He says, nice, that's sick. Kyle has dislocated his microphone.
We're chilling.
But we're back in business, baby.
Anyway, man, it's like 6 p.m. The sun's about to set again, so can I get last night's rent?
Wait, it's PM.
Yeah, it's the night one.
The night one?
Yeah, it's the night one.
Fuck, dude. I got you, man. And
He expects 15 silver from you.
he expects 15 silver.
So here's the deal. Get out your dice
Okay.
and give me a D100 roll. Pretty fair that this will be above 15, right?
Yeah. I like these odds.
And this is your remaining winnings after all of your gambling the night before and whatever you didn't spend on drink.
Here we go. Ooh, 60?
Okay.
6?
66 silver.
So I have 66 silver in my bag. So I dig around for a while, but everything is like all together, and I have like trinkets and like leftover food and shit.
What does he say? Okay, leftover. What kind of leftover food are you flopping out of your bag?
Nuts and
Perfect,
like
okay.
non-perishable things.
Gotcha.
You know, but just like whatever, pretzels and shit.
That's a lot of food.
Don't worry about it, man.
All right.
You want some? Here. And I offer it. Here. These are good.
Yeah,
these are
he
like,
takes it. He
these are
starts
like,
nibbling on it. He's like, why'd
like
you ask me to cook for you yesterday?
oh, a man cannot live by pretzels alone, brother. Come on. Haven't you read the good book?
Which one's that?
Don't worry about it. I got your money right here. And I'll give him 20 silver.
Oh, are you?
There you go. This
An
is
extra 5?
This is how much. You complaining?
No, I guess not. Are you staying here again tonight?
All right, man. I'm going back to sleep.
Oh. All right.
Doesn't want to argue because you gave him 5 gold. About an hour later, he comes back and he goes,
Hey, man, my nephew's coming over. And you can come back after like 2 a.m. tonight, but I got to watch him. So.
All right. That's cool. I got you. And I get up and I'm semi decent. I fold the blanket he gives me and I put it on the back of the, does he have a couch?
yeah, you're sleeping on like, it's similar to a couch.
I'm on a couch. I'm on like a whatever you want to call it.
Whatever the fuck.
Futon. Yeah. Ye old futon. Put it on the back of the old futon and I'm like, all right, no, wait up. And I bounce right out. I don't even let him like answer back.
How do you keep getting in? I don't leave a key out.
is the fade away question as you leave the room. You don't bother to answer that question, it seems, as you head out into the city. You are pretty far from home at this point. The place you call home is on the other side of an ocean. You have been navigating this side of the world with not a lot of notation to places you have been, except for places that you know you should not go back to. A lot of small villages that know your name. And I personally can get you that list later. We're not going to go over all that right now. But currently you are in a town called Mirth. I know that's from something. Is it Skyrim? I don't know.
No.
Marth.
I think you guys are
Mirth.
I think you guys are both wrong, and maybe I'm wrong too. But
How's it spelled? With a Y?
Looks like you're in the clear as far as Mirth goes. Nothing.
As far as copyright infringement?
Yeah. Nothing is coming up
great, perfect.
blatantly.
Thanks, dude. I'm glad you're looking out for that. 6 p.m. sun's going down. Some shops are closing, but you do find like an inn that can get you a pretty cheap meal. This is not the inn on the close side of town. You have to walk to the far side. You know well enough that the inn that you just spent a night in is the number one way to attract attention is to walk back in there.
Sure.
So let's hit the other side of town and see what we can get.
For sure.
You see a large doggish looking man. If a man was a bulldog and then turned into a man and then got stuck in that last like 2%, that's this guy. He gives you a nod as you walk in and he gestures to any of the open seating. There's like 4 people in this tavern total, which is crazy because the one you were at last night from 3 p.m. till 4 a.m., there was maybe like 90 to 100 people who came through. So to just see 4 people chilling is kind of weird.
I'll sit a couple seats away from guy at the bar.
Okay. You 3 seats over. You got 2 seats left to your right.
Yep.
You pull up and take a seat, and this big guy says, "What'll it be?"
Sorry.
Didn't see it coming, did you? Gotcha.
It did not. Whatever's popular, I guess.
All right. And he turns around and he uncorks a bottle that has just a little bit remaining of a dark brown liquid, pours a small shot of it into a pretty large glass and slides it over to you and says, "That one's popular because it's expensive. 5 silver, please."
Wow, you're quite the entrepreneur, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I hand him 5.
Okay. He takes his 5 silver and he says, "Enjoy your drink." And he slides a few feet over to the other guy and starts a light conversation.
I'd probably try to listen in on the guy over here for a little bit and see if maybe like if I can butt in on the conversation, because maybe I can guy for some money.
Gotcha. The bartender puts his hand on the guy's shoulder who's staring down at his glass. And he says, "You doing all right still? Tell me, do you still think there's a Tin Man a few towns over that's tormenting everyone?" And he looks down and he says, "Will you let me go if I say yes?" "You can leave whenever you want, buddy. I'm just going to have to call the guards if you're running around like a madman screaming. You can have one more to settle your nerves, but then you should get going, stranger." And he looks over at you. "Have you finished your drink? It wasn't much. Or are you sipping?"
I'm sipping on it. Yeah.
Great. And he says, "Don't mind him. He's just a crazy guy from the South."
And I'll take the drink that I had, I'll shoot the rest, and then I say, "Crazy is a matter of perspective, isn't it? I'll buy his last one, and I want whatever he's having." And I want to say that loud enough for him to hear me.
He looks over. You immediately clock this guy is pretty drunk.
Perfect.
Very drunk.
Give him another. That's what I was hoping for.
The bartender, he looks over and picks up the same bottle he poured from you, and he holds it up and looks at it, and he's like, "Yeah, I could probably get 2 more out of this."
Give me the next best thing then.
"You said you wanted what he's having."
"Well, he is having what I buy for him, so give him the next best thing. How about that?"
Different than what you said, but all right.
Do you want my money or not, bar guy?
Okay,
Yeah,
he grabs the next best thing. This is going to cost you 5 silver total.
Perfect.
He shows you the price tag. That's why you know that. And
Looks
he says,
good to me.
Pours it in. He's like, "I don't know why you said one thing if you want another." Puts it down. He takes your money happily, but then looks down and returns your 5 silver to you and says, "If you can get rid of him from town, you can keep this. In fact, takes all the money you had. You can keep all of it."
And I'll do one of these neck motions.
I mean, I don't think you have to do that. No.
Okay.
He's scaring all these people, and the people in this town are really excitable. When they make an enemy, ooh.
Okay. I could probably make that happen. And I take all the money, put it back in my bag.
Okay. Cool.
And then
The bartender goes over to the other 3 and starts talking to them.
I'll sip a little bit of that, and then I'll move a seat over, and then I'll start a conversation with this guy. And
He's not touching the drink that the bartender set down for him. He's sort of just like obliviated, sort of staring out. Not obliviated, but, drunk.
Sure. I'll scoot a seat over and say, "This place pretty dead, huh?"
"We're all going to be dead if we hang out here."
Hey, man. Okay.
He was mocking us the whole time.
That's pretty heavy shit, bro. Like, have you had some of this? Try this. This is actually pretty good. It's better than that other stuff he was charging 5 silver for, man.
"I've had too much. I think I'm going to be sick."
"Oh, okay. We don't want you to be sick in here. Hey, let me help you out a little bit." And I'll get up from my seat and try to put my arm around him, even though I'm rather small, and try to help him outside.
Sure. He's stumbling for sure as you lead him outside. Give me a persuasion check.
Sure. It's only gonna be 12.
Not bad. He's drunk. You're promising him help. 12 will do it. He gets up and he starts to go with you as you head out the door. He looks back and he says, "Oh, I have to pay for my drinks." And he reaches for his pouch and starts shakily. He doesn't have the coordination to really pull the money out.
I got you covered. Don't worry. How much Like, hand it to me and I'll pay him.
That's another persuasion check, buddy.
Yep. Which I assumed it would be. Hey, okay, we're chilling. 14.
Okay, yeah, he hands over his money. He says,
I got you.
It can't be more than a gold.
I got you. No problem. So he handed me 1 gold piece.
no, he handed you his coin purse.
He handed him his whole coin purse.
Yeah, because he can't really undo the clasp to get it open. He was struggling, so he handed it to you to open up.
So I say, I got you. And I set him by the door. I'll be right back. And I open it and I put 1 gold on the counter and I take a 5 or 6 silver for myself.
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
Come on. How many rolls do you want me to do to steal from this guy?
You're really gaining things here.
I really am. Ha! 8.
Total?
8. Yeah. You said he was pretty drunk. Huh?
So you get...
Maybe I fumble a little bit and then I save it. Like, ooh.
Yeah, you're about to drop one on the ground and you catch it before it clatters to the floor and makes everyone. So you stop. You don't push your luck. You put 1 gold down and put 5 into your pocket.
Nice.
You close it up. That purse easily had about 70 gold, just what you eyeballed. That's up to you.
I don't want to push it.
The guy at the door stands there, just sort of staring off into the middle distance. Barely registers you there. He looks at you like he's ready to leave and nods.
Right. So I set the gold on the counter and I say to the bartender, hey, you were so chipper. Thanks so much. I'll definitely be back tomorrow.
He looks over and he goes,
and before he can respond, I'm out. Cool. I'm gone.
You bring this man into you're on the outskirts of Mirth. Realistically, if you go right down this street, you will be walking back into town. If you go left, you'll be walking towards the woods.
Let's get you home, stranger. Where do you live?
I'm not from here.
Not from here.
No, I'm my crew. I'm from Quell.
Quell.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but okay. How do we get there? Let's go. Let's get you home.
Do you have a boat?
Do I have a boat? Do I look like I have a boat, guy? Come on.
I have a boat.
You have a boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants Rich Guy. Let's you live on the boat or what's the deal?
If we can get back to the dock in Kresh, it's a bay to the south, right before that, the fallow.
Kresh. I don't know if I like you that much to take you all the way there, buddy.
Which way are you going?
Wherever I feel like. I mean, I can help you home. I'll just make up a word here. Call it an Uber. I'll help you home now for a couple gold pieces if you like. Because I don't know if you're going to get home by yourself like this.
Do you have a wagon or a horse?
A horse? Who do you think I am, George Clooney? No, I don't have a horse. Like, let's just walk. We can't walk?
Oh.
And he sighs as he reluctantly and drunkenly starts following Chipper you who woke up an hour ago.
True. And I say, this will help your drunkenness a lot more than riding on a horse will. Trust me.
As he begins to follow you. And you are heading south towards Kresh.
Okay. How long a trip is this?
On foot?
On foot. I'm a rabbit.
3 weeks?
3 fucking weeks.
Maybe that in between town, a horse sounds real good.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fucking hilarious. You're like halfway to that first stop and you're like, horse was a good call.
You know what?
That works though. I think that's as simple as it needs to be. Our session 1 will be concluding and getting to Kresh. Let me write that down before I forget.
Yeah, that's fine. If we stop and buy a horse or steal a horse or seduce a horse or whatever.
It'll be a week if you do it by horse.
Perfect.
Great.
Let's do that. But you buy the horse.
He's buying the horse now, but that means you don't get the gold right now. You can keep the horse at the end if you want.
That's fine. You buy the horse.
Okay. The horse is going to cost 50.
50?
Yep. Horses.
Can I bargain with the horse seller guy?
You can tell me what you want to do the horse scene? If you want to do the horse scene and you roll a good persuasion check, of course you can.
Yeah, I want to do the horse scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys head to the far side of town where you came in when you got here. You swing into that stable. It looks like they are starting to all sit down for dinner as you walk up. You see a family of 4 sitting around. The man setting down a large pig that's been cooked, ready, looking delicious for his family. The mom made sides, and he's putting his napkin on his lap, and you strut up to his front door.
Hey, what's for dinner?
He looks out the open window and he says, for dinner, we're having pork. Can we help you?
Smells good. You still open for business?
Pork business?
No, horse business tonight. But I'll take some pork business if you give it to me.
It's kind of after hours, buddy, but I could always use the money.
And I open the coin purse and I say, I got money. Don't you worry.
And he looks at his family. He goes, I'm so sorry. And I turned to Forrest Gump on that one. And he gets up from the table and looks at you and points around to the left side of the building, gesturing to go to the back as he heads around and opens a gate.
And I tell, what's this guy's name from the bar?
Oh, have you asked?
You're going to be okay if you wait. You wait right here. What's your face?
Waiting sounds good. I want to sit down.
Okay, your name's what's your face, right?
It's Mark.
Mark. Okay, Mark. That's a good name. Suits you. And I ruffle his hair. You stay here. I'm gonna go get us a horse. Don't worry about it. And I leave him at the front because I don't want him fucking up my stuff here.
So you go around the side. He stays at the front door, not to fuck up your stuff. And the side gate is opened as he lets you onto his property and walks you back to the separate stables. And he says, what you looking for? A fast horse, a sturdy horse, tiny horse?
We got to go pretty far. And there's just the two of us.
Just the two of you on the same horse?
Yeah, maybe I'll ride on his shoulders. What's it to you?
Right, sorry. I think I had some bigoted thoughts there.
Just a little bit, but that's okay. That's all right. Just work on those microaggressions, buddy.
A guy and a rabbit can share a horse. That's fine. I need to remember that's fine. My wife's trying to make me better.
That's good.
Thanks for your patience.
You got a good wife.
Mostly. Anyway, if you won, Nancy is pretty quick. Not the quickest, but you don't look like you're super flush with gold. I'll tell you what, I'll part with Nancy for a cool 20.
Cool 20 gold?
Yes, sir. Nancy's horse is a hot commodity around here.
20 gold around here when I can walk just a couple hours into town and pick up a horse for 12 to 15. You can't do any better than 20 for me. I know it's late. I'm sorry. I know it's late.
I was having dinner with my family.
You were about to. You were close. Not quite. But we don't have to talk about dinner. We're talking about horses here.
All right. Tell you what. Give me 15 gold.
15?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's very generous. Listen.
Thank you.
Listen, I'll give you 16. I'll give you 16 just because you put yourself out. So thank you so much.
Wow, all right.
You got it.
And he takes your 16 gold.
I give him 16.
And he says, all right, here's Nancy. You need a saddle?
Do I? I've never actually ridden a horse before. I kind of just get around by myself.
You've never ridden a horse before?
No. How hard can it be? It's just like in the I can't say movies, can I?
Give me that extra 4 gold, and I'll get you a saddle and all the rigging.
All right, fine. And I give him the extra 4.
You now have a horse named Nancy. That's yours. He says, any other business before I go eat pork with my family?
Nope, go pork it up, big guy. Thanks so much for taking me at the...
I was going to say something like that, but my family at the end made it feel wrong.
Come on, man. You got to be who you are. Don't let your family dictate. Like, don't change who you are for them. They should love you for who you are. I don't know why marriage counseling. I'm out of here.
All right.
Thank you again. And I leave.
Hang on, I'm porking it up. Great. You bring your horse around. As you hear him go off to the back, you know that you have the shorter route here. You see his wife whip her head around as he shouts, I'm going to pork it up. And she looks at her kids and she shakes her head virulently. And you hear her go, I told you. As he comes back in and they pretend to be happy again.
Oh my God.
All right.
What?
I bang on the window
Okay.
before he gets inside the house.
Okay, so as he's coming, they put on their like straight face and you immediately bang on the window. So he's not quite in the room.
Yeah.
And they all whip their heads and look at you scared.
And I go, you love that man.
Give me an intimidation roll. Is that what this is? What? If that isn't, I don't know what it is.
I don't have proficiency in intimidation. Come on, babe. I need a good roll.
You have advantage.
12.
You have advantage. Come on, that was sick.
Nat 20.
You just saved a marriage. Congratulations,
Let's fucking
dude.
go.
You watch a deep shame wash over this woman as she hangs her head for a second and sticks her hand out in both directions and forces her children to hang their heads as well. And you know in that moment that they're going to be all right.
And I don't need to see anything else, and I'm out.
Great.
Better figure it out now, I
You
guess.
start trying to figure out how to maneuver a horse, and he goes, "Have you ever done this before?"
How hard can it be?
Well, I feel like I'm going to fall off with every step it takes, and it keeps stopping. Actually, before I make that assumption, why don't you give me a animal handling check?
Come on, baby. Okay, I can dig it. 14?
Okay. It's mostly understanding your commands. It's maybe a little bit of a rough ride.
And I say, I think you're going to live.
Yeah, he gets quiet after he thinks he offended you. And as the ride goes, you do get better as you sort of start to figure out how to ride a horse.
Nice.
You...
Sorry, I went to public school. I'm trying to write this.
Very good. Nice. Very good. Let's see.
Cool. Yeah. So just to put a cap on it, we're on our way to Kresh.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you ever ask that guy his name, or are you still on?
His Mark.
Oh, Mark. Right.
Yeah. When I said the horse
dealer. Oh no, you're right.
Mark was the horse dealer. No.
Nope.
I don't give a fuck who the horse dealer's name is.
You fixed his life.
What's your character?
Yeah, I don't need to know his name. My character's name is Chris.
Oh,
What's he look like? Give us that. Give us a quick.
Yeah. Chris is a medium build Harangon. He's like maybe 3'5".
That's so cute.
Yeah, the top of his head is 3'5", but his ears stick up about a foot, so he's about 4'5" effective.
Nice.
He's gray. How long do Harangons live?
Oh my god, what an awful question.
What's their lifespan? What an awful question.
It's just
How long do rabbits live?
probably not very long.
Not very long. But he's a humanoid.
I don't think it's going to be in the book.
over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
Holy.
Nice.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so he's early 40s.
Young man.
Youngish man for his species. Yeah, he's like early 40s, which in human perspective is like early 30s effective, I guess. He's got a little bit of like white detail like on his face that kind of makes it look like he's got a little bit of facial hair, and not like raggedy clothes, like not like homeless looking, but kind of raggedy and whatever, get the job done. I wear my longbow and quiver around my body. And I think I've probably got a kind of I was trying not to do like a New York thing, but it kind of slipped into that a little bit.
Hey,
so
I like it.
Maybe I just commit to that.
I like it.
So yeah.
We're going to put you in a coastal town, and you are sitting on a fairly comfortable cot. It actually feels like the best mattress you've laid on since you left home. And there is a woman standing over you, and they have painted you with different mosses and concoctions that they have made from different pastes and living creatures, excrement, blood, things like that. This is a ritual that you, I think, maybe went into with very little faith. And as you're sitting here getting painted with various pastes, you're starting to feel a little bit like an idiot. But this kind person really seems to think that their treatment will work. So they wrap up with this Simba-esque wiping a reddish paste across your forehead in a horizontal line. And they take a step back and smile. And they say, "You are cured. There you go."
I'm going to be a real boy?
Soon, yes. I'm sure your hair will stop fluttering.
Yeah, I float sometimes. Also, hey, these beds, like we get to keep these after, right?
Oh, I need the bed for other patients. I can't just give away my bed.
Oh, it's a little better than like the rocks I've been on.
Oh.
Hey, this washes off, right? And I'm pointing at like the paint.
Yeah, after you sleep one night, you can wash it off, yes.
Oh, okay.
You can stay the night here in this bed.
In this bed?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, it just smells kind of cowy.
Mm-hmm.
The blood, I think it's cow.
I'm starting to think you might need extra help.
Oh, like more people will come hang out?
No, I think my magics might not be quite potent enough for someone like you. This usually starts showing some sign of working by now.
Oh, so like I'm just too heroic?
That's potentially it.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Have you considered making your way across the ocean to Quell? You'll probably find a lot more answers. A lot more stuff too, I'm sure, but...
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the strongest swimmer, but...
you can't afford... I mean, there's some grueling journeys, but for probably 15 gold, if you save your money, you can make your way across the sea.
How much was this paying again?
How much did this cost?
Cost?
It seems we have misunderstood our relationship.
This face painting's been great, but
Go ahead. Give me a persuasion check.
This is a very interesting persuasion.
Yeah, this is
8.
She nods and she says, well, I'm not paying you.
Okay.
And the fee should be 5 gold, but I will take whatever you have.
You said 5?
That's what it's fully costs, yes.
Okay. Tell you what. Play you a game of checkers, and we'll drop it down to 4.
Like if you win checkers?
No, just for playing. Like with me.
Am I paying a gold to play checkers with you, essentially?
It's the friend discount.
I don't think you understand money.
Oh, I don't think you understand friends.
Yeah, she fails her wisdom save and raises her hand up to hit you and stops and goes, I lost my cool.
I high five her.
He's rolling again.
I almost lost my cool again. You can stay here for the night, but when the sun comes up, I want you gone.
Okay.
I will not be playing checkers.
Oh, is there anyone here that would?
No.
Oh.
Boy, I recommend, if you really want to be free of this ailment, you should head across the sea, because I don't think the magics here can help you unless you're willing to go find the person who made you like this.
Yeah, I've been trying actually about that for quite some time.
You know, on second thought, maybe you don't have to go all the way to Quell. Does going into the fallow kill you?
I haven't really tried.
Okay. Well, you should try. How about this? In town here, you'll find a small building with a wilted plant outside. The door will be open. Stay there for the night. There's a man who comes by and helps people like you. But be warned, if he doesn't like something he sees, he won't address you.
Okay. 2 questions.
Hold on.
Even you talking to her is testing her patience.
She got a nat 20. Fine, 2 questions.
Yes. Okay. How are their beds?
I don't know. One more question.
Yeah. So you said
She walks to the door. She opens it. And she's standing outside and leaning her head out just so she's gone the second this is over.
You said sometimes he doesn't like what he sees. Can I shower? I say, kind of looking down at all the stuff she put on me.
He won't need to look at you to see. And she closes the door. You are alone in this room. You are looking around at the various jars and herbs and oils that fill this room, all fairly organized. It looks like she usually does do a good job of cleaning up, but right now her number one mission was not being in that room anymore. So here you are, free bed for the night in a odd place where you know that your only requirement to stay here is to get gone first thing in the morning. Anything before you sleep in this comfy bed?
You said there's like a bunch of jars and stuff?
Yeah.
I would just like go around, open them, like sniffing them a little bit.
Cool. Give me a D100 roll.
85.
Nothing quite funny. You end up hopping through, smelling a few different of the vials. Some smell like pine, some sweet, some make your mouth taste sour instantly. As you pull away, I think you stop after you hit one last jar that makes your eyes water because it reeks. It is completely disgusting. And if you look at it, it says 4 fluid ounces necrotic ooze.
Ugh. Rancid. I'm gonna like tight the lid like super tight. I'm gonna close it and then like hide it under the bed.
Okay, great. Yeah. Perfect.
And then I'll wrap myself up like super cocooned and enjoy the bed.
Great. Perfect. You head to bed for the night. When you wake up the next morning, are you got any more business?
Well, she said to go to the house with the wilted plant, right?
Correct.
So I would before I leave, I'd make the bed.
Perfect. Very nice.
And I would leave 6 gold on the bed.
Nice.
And is there any of like the face paint or like blood or anything left?
Yeah, it's all still out.
I would grab it, and on the bed I would write on the bed sheet with whatever I could find. I'm gonna write "for my friend" with a smiley face, and then I would leave.
Pointed to the goal. Yeah, that's sick. You made the bed just to do that, huh? Yep. I love it. This party's gonna go far. Walking from one side of the town to other is gonna take you maybe even hours. But when you eventually make that walk over, you end up at this house with the wilted plant. You walk up to the front door and it unlatches and opens right up. You turn and head inside. As you step in and close the door, you are just left to a very humble home with a single ye old futon and a range. There are preserved goods in jars that look like you could eat, some jams and hardtack breads that are available. It's nothing lavish, but it's food if you're starving.
I'm gonna be like, hello, sir, ma'am, whoever's here, you might want to water that plant out front. Also, hi, I'm Blink.
Silence.
I'm gonna start investigating, just going around checking all the rooms and stuff.
Cool. You head upstairs, you find books, you find small, simple games. More fun if there's people to play them with. You find a deck of cards and you find a set of dice, like a big old trunk of a bunch of like 6-sided dice. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot going on in this house. There's one bed upstairs in the bedroom that is stripped of sheets except for one thick fur blanket.
I put my hand down on the mattress and I feel how comfortable it is.
It's all right.
It's
half as good as the one you just slept in, but better than the floor.
She told me to sleep here for the night, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I think there's a note opposite the door when you walk in that says, feel free to lock the door.
Before I do that, I would go down and grab some of the jams and make a little sandwich. And then I'd bring it up and play some dice by myself for a little bit.
Cool.
So
you
I got a little
sit there
sleepy. Yeah.
Eating hardtack and sour berry jam. It is good. It's just a little funky. It's like if you made cranberry jam a little bit.
Okay.
It's not the best, but they've added enough sugar that it's okay. So you eat these messy sandwiches and play some single games of Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Well, with 40 dice, that's pretty easy.
and then I would maybe try to find like a extra rag or something and wipe some of the dried blood off of me. And then I would eventually curl up in the little bed and sleep not as good as last night, but like a little baby.
Thanks to everyone who made it with us to the end. We all only have so much time on this planet, and I'm grateful you're willing to share it with us. Big thanks to Chandler Watt for use of our theme song, and to Chris for our lovely art, and we'll make sure you get a link in our episode description for Chris. More shenanigans can be found on Patreon. We're working on even more cool stuff to share with you guys over there. Until then, we'll have more updates soon, but we'll see you in episode 1.
Just so you know, I'm picking rock.